because this is finna lead to some garbage right away. They believe right when they heard off TV when they was talking about when they saw Cam getting blasted and everybody leading with their helmets in to him. And Marshall, he purposely did it. And Marshall did it because of Colin Kaepernick. And that's what they ain't talking about because they want to keep that under the rug. But he was Colin Kaepernick. That's why he was over there taking a knee doing the anthem. And he thought that Cam was, man, you should have been backing Kaepernick when you did that interview. So he wanted to send a message over there to Cam. That's all that was about. And then the league want to let them get jacked up because they don't like Cam anyway. They don't like no mobile quarterback. So the league, if that was Tom Brady, like I told the white guy, I said, hey, if that was Tom Brady, do you think that would have not been a flag?
Hell nah.
You think?
Would have been kicked. If that was Tom Brady, that motherfucker would have been kicked out the game. If that was Aaron Rodgers, that motherfucker would have been kicked out the game.
Exactly.
But it go deeper than that, Kev. That's definitely got a lot to do with it. But like I keep telling Skillet, it's just like the NFL is scared of the NFL. I mean, they don't want to become the NBA. The quarterback position is their last little golden boy, white boy spot that they got. They don't want it to be like the NBA where white motherfuckers is obsolete. They just setting picks and shit. They still gotta have they on their last thread, because once Brady leave and fucking Breeze, that's why they trying to hold on to them forever.
Yeah.
That's why I be trying to tell you about Cutler. I mean, when it comes to these white motherfuckers, now Breeze is 35 years old, they still finna give him $100 million contract just like that. Like motherfucker, hey, well, you know, his base days is behind him, you know, he really shouldn't get that. Like Forte got franchise records, everything. Oh, well, you know, I gotta tell this dumbass nigga this at the job. Well, you know, the running back position is obsolete. I said, if that motherfucker was white, they would have been paying him. I was like, if this was the old Bears regime, Cutler would have got an extension during the season.
Yep. Exactly.
And that's what Urlacher was mad. He was like, man, he was pissed off because he had to negotiate. He was like, you know who the fuck I am? But the new regime was like, man, we don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah. He been stealing money for years.
Exactly. With these white motherfuckers, he should be a Hall of Famer. I'm like, Hall of Famer? I'm like, Dick Buckets called him overrated. I'm like, look, man, I ain't gonna lie. In the earlier part of his career, Urlacher was good, but the motherfuckers who was saving his ass, I'm like, Mike Brown should have been if he didn't
Lance Briggs, I mean, he got Briggs.
Yeah, Briggs been saving his ass, Tommy Harris,
Roosevelt Colvin, everybody was saving.
But a nigga is always expendable. And I was like, oh man, he ain't like that. I said,
so the white guy outside, right? I'm going out there to get my mail. He was like, yeah, but you gotta see, I understand what people are saying, but, you know, it's just like the same thing they said on ESPN. You tell them that's what they do. They program these dudes so they can have something to say. It's like the Shaq rule in the NBA. He's a big guy. You just don't know how to ref that. I'm dead again. I'm like, duh, if you lead with your head, what that got to do with size?
Exactly.
The foul's a foul.
That's what they be saying. Like, that's what I be talking. And I have to defend LeBron on that.
Oh my God.
I'm like, y'all always complaining about LeBron flopping. So, cause he 250, everybody could just smack the shit out of him, but he can't hit no pack. What's up, bro? How you feeling? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, the Shaq rule. I'm like, no, when Shaq was doing it was an offensive foul. That's what it was. But they were swallowing the whistle.
But what you should have told him is they didn't have a specific rule for centers. Shit. This is a rule for the whole fucking league for the quarterback position. This ain't just okay. It
ain't just the quarterback position. It's every position. You can't hit nobody head on with your helmet. You can't go helmet to helmet with any player.
But you know, I ain't just talking about that. Them motherfuckers was hitting him late every goddamn play. He got late at least about 5 times.
Yeah. So I'm like, what does the NFL do now? I'm like, because now it's obvious. Now they're like, yeah, well, Marshall going to be suspended. I'm like, yeah, he wasn't the only one.
Man, you know what time it is. they gonna give him a little JV suspension. He might do 2 games. And they ain't gonna get suspended unless you force it.
Yeah, and then it was like, where was the concussion protocol people? Nobody came out there to his aid.
Yeah, because the motherfuckers prejudiced.
Yeah.
I told you what the outlining is, Kev.
Yeah. I've been telling people, they like, no, he the reigning MVP. They like him. No, they don't. Why you think they brought him out there to talk about you think they would have brought Tom Brady out there to talk about Colin Kaepernick? Brady would have said kick rocks. I ain't doing no
You know exactly what they saying. You think I want some niggers to be the face of the NFL? And that's what's happening.
Yeah.
I told you. The quarterback position.
Not at all, Mortimer.
The quarterback position is their golden boy position. They've been trying to hold on to it for years. Because they saw it coming.
Just the way they did Doug Williams. I mean, as soon as they got, I'm like, they had all these other quarterbacks. Warren Moon, the greatest quarterback ever. Look how they did him.
You wouldn't even know it. That's what I'm talking about.
Yep. The man had to play like 6 years over in Canada somewhere. In the Canadian League.
Absolutely. But what I'm saying is she's in the Hall of Fame, but you wouldn't even know it. They did that shit so quietly. That's what I'm saying.
Yep, and he was a pocket passer. So he was a pocket passer, and he was damn good.
They don't want that. But that's what I'm saying. They try to hide the prejudice shit. Now, you the first African-American quarterback ever to be inducted to the Hall of Fame. You should have a fucking memorial or something. And I ain't talking about the NFL no more. This is what I be talking about with these house niggas.
Yep.
Shit like that, the brothers should be acknowledged for that. You shouldn't even have to wait on the NFL to do nothing like that.
Yep.
Black people should be speaking up about that. But niggas ain't gonna never say nothing because as long as they get their check. That's what I like about what Shannon Sharp was like. No, don't wait till you get out. Well, if you don't say something, say it. Now's the time to protest.
Yeah.
He was right. But then all these niggas be like, man, yeah, that's some bullshit, but I ain't finna muck up my job. That's fucked up what happened to Kevin Thomas. They beat the shit out them niggas with shit, man. I'm gonna get their overtime. You know, that's fucked up with shit. Now that they out, I get the straight later. The same silly ass shit I'm going through now. Motherfuckers looking at my time sheet. Hey, folks, let's see you had a good week. What the fuck you mean I had a good week? Fuck you count my money for?
Right.
But your white ass get to stay around all day. You ain't got to do a lick of goddamn work. Drink your coffee. There's nobody say a goddamn thing. But when I'm on overtime, hey, we got something over here, and could you wrap that up and try to rush me off the clock quick? Nah, fuck that. So I got their ass. I dipped on them motherfuckers just like he did.
Yeah, they don't like that.
Fuck that. You gonna pay me just like you paying him. I got more time than him. And he quick to do that. I got more time than so-and-so.
Yeah, I got tenure. Yeah, I've been here since it was founded.
Yeah. Alright, you gotta,
Oh, man. But yeah, that's why I was like, man, you know, Shannon Shaw, I thought they was going to address that today. They didn't. Him and Ray, they looking at it from a football perspective. They like, look, I loved it. He was getting jacked up out there. Hey, it's a game. You got to hit people. You can't let Cam run all over you. So they were looking at it from a football perspective. So I'm like, oh, no. You can't be looking at it from a football perspective.
I mean, right now, Ray don't feel that way because he's a defensive player. I understand the part. I don't give a fuck about him getting caught. But all I'm saying is keep it clean. See, that's the bullshit now, but see, that's the bullshit I be talking about.
Yep.
Because you're gonna say for the black quarterback it's football, but when you don't say that about these white motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, he do get on Brady. I mean, my God, he just Shannon Shaw rides Brady to no ends. And the Patriots. I'm like, my God. But no, they will get on Brady. I give them that. But if this was Brady, they changed the rules in the whole league once he got a knee injury. Dude made a legal play, hit Brady in the knee, put him out for the season, and the whole league changed. There was no more diving at the quarterback knees. The whole league changed because Brady got injured. And they wanted to suspend the brother, and they couldn't because he got blocked into Brady. It wasn't his play at all. He got blocked into Brady. Brady got a knee injury. He out the season. The league is pissed off. It's like, look, it's a legal play. Well, we got to change the rules. Brett Favre, they couldn't get to the Super Bowl with the Vikings. They was because of all the fumbles and turnovers. They tried everything in their power to get them there. Then Favre didn't make it. They changed the rules on the whole league. Now, well, instead of overtime, you kick a field goal and so it ain't over yet. Now you got to keep playing. It's like, what the hell? What kind of new rule is this? You kick a field goal.
They trying to make it like college.
Yeah, they want to make it like college so they can have some more control. Because anything can happen. You got the game rigged. They had it rigged for Favre and the Vikings to go to the Super Bowl that year. The Giants weren't supposed to be there at all. They were beat. Like that other team that went, they got beat. They fumbled the damn ball. I think it was the damn Saints. Yeah, it was the Saints they played. That's when the Saints won it that year.
Oh, no.
That was Katrina year. And they had the game won, and AP kept fumbling the damn ball. He fumbled like 5 times. They had like 8 fumbles, and then they still had a chance to win the game. And Favre was keeping them in the damn game. And then they went to overtime. They ended up fumbling the ball again. They kicked the field goal, and it was over. So it was like, hey, we got to change the rules. We can't have this field goal. It's over. No, you keep playing. So they need more control. See, now somebody luck up, fumble the ball, and kick a field goal, the other team get a chance. So you can let them get a touchdown. Yeah, I know. College had more control over it. And they was like, see, you won't get burned.
They making the rules like college. That's why they getting rid of the, they about to get rid of the kickoff altogether. Watch. Motherfuckers just gonna start from the 30.
Yeah, they done all they could to try to stop run backs for touchdowns. Because they don't want it. That messes up the point spread. It's a lot of money changing hands. That's why I said ain't nobody breaking Hester's record. I was saying that the other day, I was like, man, nobody gonna break Devin Hester's record. Because they don't want that.
Because ain't nobody gonna get no return.
Yep, they don't want nobody returning the ball for a touchdown. That throws off the whole bet. Every time that happens, that throws off. That's more work they got to do to try to fix it to get that point spread right before the half. They be, damn, now he didn't return it back. Let's throw a flag. If it ain't supposed to happen, here comes a ghost flag. Yeah, illegal block in the back. Take it at the 30. That's how they gave Colorado that national championship, man. Lou Holtz almost had a heart attack. They took Rocket Ishmael touchdown away in the national championship game. Over some phantom block. It was story. They were supposed to win. They had it locked. All they had to do was not kick the ball to Rocket Ishmael. And for some reason, the dumbass kicker kicked the ball to damn Rocket. And Rocky, that's another player who had to go to the Canadian League. Like he said, Shannon Shaw was right. He said all these blacks had to go and prove themselves. Tim Tebow living off white privilege. Anybody else, he's like, look, they told you could go compete for the job. He didn't want to compete with Mark Sanchez. He didn't want to compete for nothing. They said, why don't you go to the Canadian League? Well,
that's why I get pissed off about this Tebow shit.
Yeah.
This white motherfucker he just get away with murder.
That's exactly what Shannon said. He's like, look, he's like Atlanta Braves. He was like, it's a total PR move. He was like, you traded your Golden Glove shortstop. You got rid of him. You got rid of 2 Golden Glove players, and then you gonna tell me Tim Tebow might be ready for spring training? It's a joke. Then he take that and turn that into. And he's like, when the Mets got him, he was like, what is he going to do for the Mets? What the hell is Tim Tebow going to do for the damn Mets? He's like, Mets, Skip, come on now. They 30 up in batting. What the hell is he going to do for the damn Mets right now, this season? Nothing. Well, yeah, Skip Skip trying to defend him. No, well, Skip, Tim Tebow, he's like, look, man.
Oh, well, now, Tebow is his boy. You know that.
Yeah. So he always.
But that's what I'm saying. See, Skip got personality. He makes the show.
Yep.
That's why he used to set Stephen A. up, because he would say some shit about Tebow, and then that's what set up when Stephen A. go on a rant. It makes sense to go on a rant. Because when you say that dumbass shit about Tebow, you are supposed to snap about that.
Yeah.
But now it's like the rant's the stage, and I'm like, man, everybody here calm, and you still trying. It's like this rehearsed. You do the same little pause.
Yeah.
Listen, Max Keller, man. Let me pause before I say this. I mean, it's like it's rehearsed. It's like he ain't genuine no more.
Yeah.
That's why I said to y'all today. I'm like, you'll get to debating with me. I'm like, oh, y'all desperate already.
Yeah, it's been 4 days. That's why I told everybody it was over. I told them, I said, when this show drop, it's over. Because I already know. Shannon Sharp, I mean, most people don't know Shannon Sharp. I'm like, because they too young to really remember Shannon Sharp, or they just seen him on Fox, on CBS.
Right.
I'm
yeah,
like,
he was on CBS.
Yeah, and I was like, Shannon got screwed out of that job, and he been quiet ever since. Now they gave him a green card to say whatever he want. And I'm like, he had the biggest mouth in the NFL. So I'm like, yeah, he finna let it fly. And he ain't finna hold back. And I was like, this gonna be great. Him and Skip, I was like, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, they finna put First Take out of business. I was like, it's been 1 week, and already they trying to pivot at First Take. Oh yeah, you get to debate us now. I'm like, look, man, Max Kellerman was a bad move. And they should have known that from the jump. He ain't built like that. He got no personality. He's a yes man.
But he was the best guy that they had available. They ain't got nobody. Mike Tirico left.
They could have went back and got the guy that they fired. They could have got brother that they let go. Who they had in there? They had Rob somebody that he was on First Take and they fired him. Because he said...
They getting rid of all them brothers. Just like Marcellus Wiley, still was talking about the Sports Nation. That shit is corny as hell. They got the same format First Take do. They got an airhead ass bitch that don't know shit about sports. She's just sitting there looking pretty. And these motherfuckers just sitting there.
Yeah, she the one got Stephen A. Smith fired. And got him suspended.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, okay, at least Sage still, but I guess Sage only want to do the NBA.
Yeah.
She do, but like Jamel Hill, she know what the fuck she talking about. She at least knows sports. She ain't just we gonna just put a pretty bitch in to look neat. Everybody was talking about I was racist when I was talking about what happened with the Kerry champion. I'm like, the bitch served no purpose. She looked dingy. I'm like, this is supposed to be a debate show about sports. This bitch is just sitting here looking pretty and looking dingy. That's it. And that's all the bitch that they got on there now is doing. She's just sitting there looking pretty, looking dingy. They ain't contributing shit to the argument or nothing. She's just sitting there. And that's the same thing the bitch do on Sports Nation. She say some little corny ass shit to combat the corny ass shit they say.
Yeah.
And I'm like, y'all got these JV ass players. That's why primetime is dead. I'm like, I used to watch primetime when Boomer and TJ was there.
Yeah, they trying to force Boomer out. And Boomer like, look, but Boomer gonna go to Fox. Everybody going to Fox. Fox gonna put them out of business.
Because the shit is over.
Yep. Ever since Walt Disney got involved, Walt Disney on ESPN now. So you can't do nothing no more. And that's why they like, look, we tired of this. And Disney, all they care about is young. We got to get the old people out, get all these young people in here, new faces, with new smiles, and all this stuff, and they killing the sport. You can't say nothing. So it's like, man, everybody want to leave. And that's just what it is. It's like, look, Fox is like, look, come over here, you got a home. Because they finna screw ESPN up. I knew that when Fox was like, look, we finna aggressively go after them. And I'm like, the reason why is because half the people that work there, the guy who started First Take started that show with Shannon Sharp. He the one started First Take like that when he made it a debate show for 2 hours. And And then when they let him, they act like he was a nobody. Like, yeah, okay, whatever, go kick rocks. And they let him go, and he went over to Fox. And he's all right. Okay, when Skip when his contract is up, because I don't want to put that show together and put Skip on the show. So he said, you know what, all right, when Skip's contract is up, I'm going to pay him every dime I can and get him away from me. And ESPN tried to keep him. And he's like, no. What they say? Oh, okay, we going higher. See if they match that. They ain't. They was like, good. Come on over here, Skip. I'm going to give you your own platform, and we going to come on a half an hour before they do. Just so people could already be on our show before that show even come on. We finna put them out of business. And that's exactly what the mission was. We going home, we finna put them right out of business. That was the goal. He finna shut that down. And when I knew they had that kind of passion going in, I said, oh yeah, they do. That's why Stephen A, before the show started, he all on Facebook now. Doing Facebook interviews with fans.
Yeah.
I was
like, this is a move of desperation. You can debate with me. I'm like, damn. I said, oh, man, the ratings must do suck. That's why I sent that to y'all. I'm like, damn, this act of desperation already?
Yeah, because people saw 2 episodes and said, man, this is the best show I didn't see. It's been better than First Take all summer. I was like, yeah. Because finally somebody talking about issues. They don't care. Like they say, they got the green light. Skip was like, man, I wanted to go back at Richard Sherman, but ESPN wouldn't let me. They told me don't say nothing. I had to bite my tongue. He's like, I guarantee you I'm going to have him on this season, put him on Undisputed, and then we going to talk again. But
yeah, I like Skip.
Yeah, he makes his choices, but he stick with them. I was like, look, right now he got the bowl, he's going to the bowl. He's like, they going to the bowl. We got the number 1 offensive line in football. And I love it,
man. Dallas is squad. He with me. Dallas is his squad.
Yeah, he's like, I wrote a book, and he was like, Skip, you delusional. Look, Romo will be back.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. He was setting Stephen A up because Skip would always say something about the Cowboys, and that's how Stephen A got the punchlines to always go in on the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Skip was setting all the shit up. He said he was setting his rants up to make sense. Now he's just ranting, and Max sitting there like they on break. You know what I'm saying? He making his point, but he ain't like trying to win the debate.
No, he's not. He don't know how to debate. This is not his circus. Max he's more fit for that Sports Nation thing.
But that's what I'm saying. He's a boxing guy, but I ain't mad at him for taking the check.
No, that's what I said. That's why I was telling you. I'm like, man, Max is doing the best he can. He getting a check. I don't blame him whatsoever. It's not a good fit for him. He was better at Sports Nation. That's more some of that goofiness on the side. There's no real debate. Right, they just talk about little film clips. That's fine. That's for Max Kellerman. He can do that all day long.
That show is corny. That show with the fucking dude and his old man is corny.
Yeah, that highly questionable. I don't know. Skiller love that damn show.
Yeah, because he high. Anything that say hi, he's involved with.
Oh man.
It's what you were saying a long time ago. ESPN just banking on motherfuckers, y'all. We ESPN, they gonna watch regardless of who we put on here.
Yep.
That's all they banking on. We got the brand. We ain't gotta pay these motherfuckers. But I already know what them crackers gonna do. And that's what Stephen A gonna suffer. You done swallowed your tongue, and as soon as these ratings drop, they gonna try to can your ass. And they gonna try to make it your fault.
Yeah, they ain't gonna blame Max. Yeah, that's gonna be Stephen A. You let the show go down.
But like I said, it had his run.
Yeah.
He'd be better off just going and getting.
That's what he was saying. He was alluding to that on Facebook. Like, I'm good. I got money. I got a contract. I've got contract up for years. I could do other shows. I've hosted ESPN guest spots. I've done everything. My resume, I'm like, he's desperate as hell.
Yeah, they need to let that show go.
Yep, it's done.
Yeah, he's desperate. I knew when he did that post, I said, this is some desperation.
Yep.
The goddamn show just started.
Right, it ain't been a week. They did 4 episodes and you already in here trying to do all you can to keep the lights on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Don't nobody care no more. See, what motherfuckers fail to realize is you can say a lot of crazy shit, but black motherfuckers like Skip, and I'm one of them.
Yeah.
You say a lot of black motherfuckers like Skip. It ain't too many white motherfuckers. Black motherfuckers be like, he a motherfucker, but I like him. And Skip can do the crossover shit. Everybody can't cross over. Like Max can announce a fight, but I ain't giving a fuck about what he talking about. And I ain't giving a fuck what Marcellus Wiley coon ass talking about. Now he's a fucking coon. If y'all want to throw that word around, they put some motherfucking shit with black people there. He goes straight to the motherfucking face shit. Always go face. Well, I don't know if they really said it like that.
Oh yeah, he ain't never finna get nothing controversial. He's all about the check.
Exactly. And I'm like, that's what they doing. You got NFL Network with number Hall of Famers. You got Prime Time, Michael Irvin, Marshall Falk. You got Kurt Warner.
Yep.
You got an all-star lineup, and you gonna put Mike Golick on there. You think I'm finna listen to what the fuck he say? Cause they got a show with Mike Golick. That's they come on the 6 Mike and Mike, right?
Yeah.
Now when I go to work, and I dig this. When I go to work, I listen to the radio because my goddamn auxiliary cord. So I listen to ESPN radio in the morning. His son got a show with some white motherfucker named Robin called First and Last, right before they come on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you just got a bunch of fucking nobody, and all he gonna talk about is, I want to know the name like my dad, not block people. Yeah. Nobody... And you trying to get your, like when you say, like when this boy say something, motherfuckers gonna take heed to it. I'm like, man, this dude is a cool. Nobody care what his feelings are.
Yeah, you rolled off your daddy name. That's the only reason they took you, probably. No other college would take you.
It was a package deal. That's what I'm saying. ESPN got a lot of motherfuckers like that. They got a nigga named Booger McFarlane or something doing shows. I'm like, y'all just grabbing any fucking body. Y'all got these damn bench warmers trying to sit up here and critique motherfucking star players. Now when Prime talk about a motherfucker above, I'm gonna honor that. He in the fucking Hall of Fame. If Marshall Falk say a motherfucker above, I respect his opinion. Shit, it's Shannon Sharp dude. These motherfuckers who doing some shit on the field. These ain't no sub-ass niggas trying to come up in here. That's why I can't stand the bull.
That's why Skip told him. Skip was like, man, look. He said, man, look, you just jealous because Gronk. He's like, look, he's like, Skip, come on, man. He got a hamstring injury. He didn't set out all preseason. He was like, look, the hamstring ain't something that gets better. You need reps. Then it don't get better with activity. So that's going to linger on all season. He was like, yeah, you just jealous because this guy possibly a better tight end than you ever was. Ah, come on, Skip. I see you got jokes.
That's what I'm saying. See, Skip know how to step people up.
Yeah.
Making the show.
Shannon, like, you gotta be kidding me. He wasn't no better tight end than me.
Right. But Skip got personality like that.
But that's why. But what you were saying is why Shannon got fired. He got fired. That's why he's like, how you gonna fire me on CBS for a guy who ain't never won nothing? This Gonzalez, y'all brought in Gonzalez because y'all like him. Y'all brought in this guy. They was like, oh yeah, the greatest tight end Tony Gonzalez. It's like Tony Gonzalez got a lot of regular season stats. He's like, come on, are you serious? When Shannon clearly is a better commentator than him. Clearly is. And like you said, look, man, don't deny me because of my skin. You know? Hey, if you gonna give this man the break because of his skin color and give him a fair shot, hey, just give me the same shot. That's all I'm saying.
Light skin definitely get a perk.
Yeah, but see, what people don't realize is that they had an episode when Tony was playing and Shannon was he was working for CBS. They sent him there to go interview Tony Gonzalez. And they went to the facility and they was all working out and doing this exercise thing. He's like, yeah, I do this state of the art. This is how I stay in shape. And then so him and Shannon, he wanted to run Shannon through it, and Shannon was supposed to fail, I guess. And and Tony was supposed to look good, like, yeah, see, this is what I do. They took the test. Shannon's results was better than his, and he wasn't even playing no more.
Oh shit! Nah, Shannon in way better shape than.
Yeah, but Gonzalez was active.
Shannon is a fucking beast in the gym. Nah,
yeah.
Shit, I could have told you that.
Yeah, so when they did the interview and then they did the setup thing and Shannon went through the same thing as him, his test scores was way higher than Gonzalez. And that wasn't how the interview was supposed to go. So Gonzalez took that personally.
With no weight,
yes.
Because he's still in playing shape. That motherfucker still in playing shape.
Yeah, he taking up boxing right now. He's like, I've been boxing recently. Because they had Pacquiao sitting there, and he's still talking about he wanted the Mayweather fight. And I'm like, everybody know you back because you want to fight Floyd. We ain't still.
Exactly. I smelled that shit a long time ago.
Right. It ain't rocket science. We know you need the bread. And Floyd loves making money.
I ain't mad at him because I know some dumb motherfuckers that's going to pay for it.
Exactly. We know exactly what's going to happen. So, yeah, I'm glad we got that thing cleared up. Because I was like, I know people that saw this. There's no way Cam getting his head blown off like this and nobody saw it.